In order for one to become a great actor, they need to completely immerse themselves in the role they're playing and display impeccable authenticity on screen. That is exactly what Austin Butler did for his role as Elvis in the box office hit movie based on the life of the king of rock and roll. Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome back to our channel. Austin Butler went to these extreme lengths for Elvis. Let's have a look into them. Number 5. Not seeing his family. Just so he could give the best performance he could in the film he was acting in, Austin Butler didn't see his family for 3 whole years. Yes, you heard that right, 3 years. The young actor tried to mesh himself with the character Elvis in all the ways he could. Not seeing his own family for years just goes on to show the extreme lengths Austin was willing to go so that he could deliver a great performance. Just to make one thing clear, it's not like he didn't see his family on purpose, as it was part of Elvis' character. In one interview, Austin explained that the reason he didn't visit his family for years was because he was just swamped with work. Preparing for the film with the director Baz Luhrmann in a different corner of the world, on another continent to be precise, is what kept Austin away from his family.
Turn out to be, you never know how it's going to be received, and with this one I was incredibly nervous because...
Number 4. Bringing Elvis to life through mannerisms. One thing that may be hard for people who have watched the film to believe is that Austin, prior to beginning filming, had absolutely zero experience when it came to singing or dancing. Remember all the musical numbers in the parts where the movie showed Elvis' younger days? Well, Austin did all of them pretty much as his first time doing something of that sort. In Baz Luhrmann's words, he did all the numbers. Austin just did it, and it was an out-of-body experience to watch him do those full concerts. So one day, I will cut those full concerts together. Elvis had a pretty unique way of moving his body when it came to his live and recorded performances. Like, that's what made Elvis Elvis. Austin gave it his all to emulate how the legendary artist twirled and twisted his hips. Recalling his experience, Austin explained how hard he had to work to do that. It wasn't just simple moves that Elvis did, it came from the inside, the feeling of the music which I had to learn to do myself, he explained.
But he moved in ways that were absolutely extraordinary. So for me, I knew that...
Number 3. Keeping up the accent. In the same interview with Variety, Austin admitted that during the filming of Elvis, he didn't really meet anyone from his life. It wasn't just his family who he didn't readily communicate with. I had months where I wouldn't talk to anybody, and when I did, the only thing I was ever thinking about was Elvis. I was speaking in his voice the whole time. So then I talked to my sister, and she's gotta listen to that, said Austin. The actor dwelled so deep into the character of Elvis that he had a hard time dropping the accent he mimicked while playing the singer. It was as if the accent had become a part of him. It's one of those things where certain things trigger it. When you live with something for 2 years and you do nothing else, Austin said, I think that you can't help it. It becomes a fiber of your being, he added. Before we continue, make sure to like the video and hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying it. Also, press the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming content. Now, let's get back to what we were talking about.
I'm on Jimmy Fallon talking about playing Elvis Presley. Like, you're my hero. Like, this is crazy.
Number 2. Giving his blood, sweat, and tears, literally. Some film directors have a knack for taking extreme measures just to make their product as refined as possible. One famous example is of Quentin Tarantino, who once choked an actress of the film he was directing to make the scene look as real as possible. Baz Luhrmann also did something similar. He didn't choke Austin, but in order to get him into character as much as he could, the director asked people to heckle the actor while he was recording music for the film. When I was on my first day in the recording studio, Baz wanted me to get as close to performing as possible. He had all the executives and everybody from RCA who were in the back offices. He brought them into the recording studio and he goes, I want you all to sit facing Austin, and he told them to heckle me, Austin stated. The whole thing got so out of hand that Austin once literally went home in tears.
It was almost like his path that he should play this role.
There's a lot of people saying a lot of things.
Number 1. Ending up in the hospital. Apparently, Austin worked so freaking hard to perfect his craft that when he was finished wrapping up for Elvis, he realized he had gone way past what his body could handle. From what we've heard, the actor woke up in the middle of the night in excruciating pain, and was rushed to the hospital where he had to spend a week bedridden. If that isn't called giving it your all, then we don't know what is! And let us tell you, all the hard work Austin put into the film definitely paid off. This brings us to the end of our video. Here was a deep dive into all the extreme lengths Austin went to for his movie Elvis.